So now what I would like to do, Jason has kindly synthesized questions from all of our community to have an Ask Me Anything conversation with Kai.
Ask him it.
So be brutal, Jason. Have fun.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, Kai. All right, got some questions. First, easy. Why did you start Hello Twin?
Oh, that's a good one. Maybe not everyone in the audience know Elizabeth and me working for, I don't know, Elizabeth, 25 years together now, different companies. I know her longer than my wife. And the last company was a market intelligence company where we served customers like Unilever, American Express, huge companies where you think they were, at the forefront of insights. And it was a big learning for us that we did a lot of effort with the insights department together, produce fantastic results, but unfortunately they were not always used from the business. And the learning was very clear, it's not that they didn't want to do it, it's sometimes not convenient enough to really do this. So we decided this time we're going to change that. We not stop with the insight. We want to basically make the loop that the insights are used. And the simplest thing is, directly provide the actions. So this is what you saw before, what I'm saying. And when you really think about it, it's not very far that you would need a reinforcement loop and basically a digital twin in between to really do this, because somehow how you operate, how you let a machine operate in something. So you need a digital twin to come to a self-driving organization.
Very good. So, you talk a lot about accountability. Can a machine really be accountable?
Oh, that's also very good. Whoever thought about that. Our answer is yes. And here's the point. We make a big difference between accountability and liability. Think about an employee. Internally, when you as a manager hopefully go to your employee you work with in your team, the team member should be accountable for what he says he wants to deliver. But from an outside perspective, whatever he does, the company is liable for, hopefully he's not doing something bad, but the company is liable. And we see this here in exactly the same way. Obviously, the digital authority is accountable for what it does into the inner relationship, but when you do something with it, which affects something in the outside, of course, the company is liable in the exact same way,
Good. So, there's a lot of focus on small and medium-sized business. Why is that the starting point?
Because we love them. And I have to say there are two reasons. Okay, the first is this time I mentioned the other company where I had to explain to our developers how a market researcher at Unilever works. And I made a promise to myself that I said, next company I build, I eat my own dog food. I want that, the developer from us are the customers of our application. I don't want to explain. So, and you can use an engineering twin, and actually we're using this internally, so we don't have to explain it. And that's great because the developers all become builders. And they may generate much more ideas than we. I love that. I never want to do something else, I have to say, The second is we want to help. We believe agents need ontologies, not only in grounding. That's what you hear always, how can an agent act? We ground them, we execute them. Hopefully that has come across. But we don't want it. Our strength is that you not need a Palantir-like forward-deployed engineer project. So and when you really think about, what are the right companies who would be interested in our application, they want to have Palantir-type intelligence, but without any project, then it's smaller companies. And I have to say, my learning from this, working with this Unilevers and American Procter & Gamble was, of course we had a standard product, but everyone wanted to have something special, So we really believe that small and mid-sized companies, I think at the moment, particular B2B software companies from, I would say maybe 20 people to 2,000 people. Yeah. So they are the perfect customers for that application.
Very good. So, not only small companies, you're focused a lot on B2B SaaS.
Yes.
Is that correct? What's the...
Dog food.
Right. Okay. Good. And then, but can it be extended to other industries and verticals?
Yeah. Okay. I mean, the ontology I have shown you is built from the beginning. We have this template, if you like, ontology for B2B SaaS. So there will be no inventory in it. But as I showed you in the Twin OS, you can absolutely build another industrial sector, maybe even partners from us, with their own ontology. And absolutely. Part of the opportunity is that we have land in one vertical, expand to other vertical strategies. Maybe not by us. I don't have a grocery store, competence, but there will be other people and partners who can basically then do this.
Okay, great. So what does it actually take? We've talked about the beta program a little bit. What does it take to become operational?
We hope we have shown this, but maybe not perfectly if this is a question. So you can virtually sign up at the web page, when we do that. And then exactly what Elizabeth says, you just create the value stream, you have 5 steps. Then you select the app, you need your permission of the app. There's a data warehouse behind, but you don't know that. And then depending on the sync data, but you don't have to do something. It maybe takes between 10 minutes and 1 hour, or maybe even 5 hours when you have huge. We had one lead customer here where we thought, that is all quick, and we terminated in time, and it was completely running out of time because they had 300,000 organizations, blah, 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 blah. But okay, but it's just the first sync, to get the data, all the historic data in, and then, so from what you manually do is you just sign it up and select, invite your colleagues, and then you start. In case you not want to extend to the enterprise and do your whatever other special stuff. And it's built on that. We really want people signing up. I mean, there are 100,000 B2B SaaS companies from our point of view. They're waiting for better operation. So we can't have a complicated process. They have to sign up. It's a PLG model. And they get operational.
Yeah, so I was wondering, it seems like a consumer app. Is that part of the mentality?
It's one of our other philosophies. I really have apologized. When we started and I say, hey guys, I have been in B2B software for 25 years or whatever. And we have that famous German company, SAP, Yes, you worked for them a while. So you have all that mask where you put input data in, and the B2B software is not always nice to use. So we made one bet from the beginning. We were knowing this is all complex and so on, but we said we're mobile first. You can work absolutely here with your PVA and it's all great, but it's mobile first, because I learned one thing. When you think mobile first and the little screen, there's not a lot of space. So you have to really think through what's important and what's not important. And I think that's the best, what would be my advice to every founder. Build the app philosophy, even that you then with Flutter or whatever, immediately do it also in other formats, because it forces you, to build it super easy. There's no way that you can make an app, complicated in use. And that you see, hopefully you have seen today. It's super easy to use. It is simple. It's cleaned, and all of this. Yeah. So it's first principle.
Very good. So when's GA?
The plan, maybe our investors are listening, so I have to be careful what I'm saying here. So the plan is that we're now starting the private beta. We already worked with some design partners before. We now want to take it maybe to 10, 20 companies. It costs a little bit, as you saw. We hopefully already deliver value, and we want to help these companies immediately. And then we want to really close the loop. Our plan is that period goes for 6 months, so up to end of this year. And that we hopefully then have a great GA launch by beginning of the year. Will it be 15th of January? Or it will be somehow in January. That's what our plan currently is. And then because when you go for PLG, you can imagine we put a lot of in. There can't be any friction anymore. Yeah, and you have to see what it is. Just think about, there's a data warehouse, and today you need a data team. You have to set up the pipeline. You have to model internally, blah, 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 because for 100,000 euro, we claiming nothing of this. Zero. You're just setting it up and you're running it. Yeah. So, and that has to be super friction free. Yeah. So there is a lot, we think it's already there, but I think we want to visit design partners is a little bit more friendly, and where we're learning, as I mentioned here, there's 300,000, organizations in it and so on. For Snowflake, of course, no problem, but we have to make sure that our infrastructure can handle it. So we want to go to this process to make sure every friction is out. We will learn from the companies and so on. Yeah, that's the way.
Very good. Very good. I could ask you more, but I think we're going to invite Liz up to wrap us up.
Great.
Thank you, Kai.
Thank you.